Hey students, so last week we talked about moon phases and we're going to talk about moon phases again this week. So I am going to show you part of the Gail Gibbons book, The Moon Book. And I'm only going to show you the phases of the moon part of this, and I'm going to read that part of the story to you. New moon. During a new moon, the moon is almost directly between the sun and earth. The moon looks dark. We see no reflected light. The crescent moon. The moon is waxing when the lit surface we see is getting bigger. In a few days, a bit of the sunlit side of the moon shows. It forms a crescent. First quarter moon. When the moon is a quarter of its way around the earth, it is in its first quarter phase. We see it as half lit. It is sometimes called a half moon. So here is a picture of those different moon phases. Okay. And I'm going to show you the text. Gibbous moon. When the moon is waxing between a first quarter moon and a full moon, it is called a gibbous moon. Full moon, after about 2 weeks after passing, says the new moon. Now the entire face of the moon we see shines. Gibbous moon. So gibbous moon comes again after the first one. The moon is waning when the lit surface we see is getting smaller. When the moon is waning between a full moon and a last quarter moon, it is a gibbous moon once again. So those two phases are back to back. Last quarter moon. When the moon is 3/4 of its way around Earth, it is in its last quarter phase. When we see it, it is half lit and sometimes called a half moon. Crescent moon. Once again, we see a small sliver of moon shining in the sky. And finally, the new moon again. It takes the moon about 1 month to go through its entire set of phases. People used to know the time of the month by watching the moon's phases. So there is the last 3 phases of the moon. So I want you to use this part of the story for our activity for this week. So there's going to be a second video that includes our activity for this week.